Hello and welcome back to another episode on my channel. My name is Celeste and I am your host and certified life coach. In today's episode, I want to explore the 8 dimensions of wellness, and these are really important to understand and embrace if we're wanting to achieve a more holistic approach to success and happiness in our lives. But before we go further into today's episode, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, a cause which is very close to my own heart due to my own journey with chronic blood cancer. And at the end of the episode, I will be sharing details on how you can get involved in supporting this cause and helping to raise awareness. Wellness is a multifaceted concept that goes far beyond just our physical well-being. It encompasses many aspects of our lives, which all contribute and work together to give us a sense of overall well-being. Today, we're going to explore these 8 dimensions of wellness, which include physical wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, social wellness, spiritual wellness, occupational wellness, financial wellness, and finally, environmental wellness. All of these dimensions are interconnected in our lives, and it's up to us to find a sense of harmony between all of them in order to achieve overall well-being and happiness in our lives. If one area is neglected, or if we're struggling in one area of these dimensions, it's going to have an impact on our overall well-being. We need all of these areas to be successful and happy in order to achieve overall well-being. A nice metaphor I've seen used to describe this is think of each of the dimensions as an individual spoke on the wheel of a bicycle. If the spokes are all the same length, then the wheel will turn nice and smoothly. But if all of our spokes are different lengths, it's not going to be such a smooth ride. Physical wellness is about looking after our bodies. We do this through getting regular exercise, eating a nutritious, balanced diet, and getting adequate sleep. By taking these steps to achieve physical wellness, we're ensuring that our body is nourished and energized in order to do the tasks we need to do on a daily basis. Taking these steps to look after your physical wellness is much like plugging your cell phone in to charge. If you're not charging your cell phone battery, you can't expect it to be working properly when you need it. Exercising, eating properly, and getting adequate sleep ensures that we are physically strong, properly nourished, and fully recharged for when we need to tackle daily tasks. Emotional wellness involves understanding and managing your emotions. It's about developing resilience, practicing self-care, and knowing when to seek help. Having strong emotional wellness helps us to build healthy relationships in our lives, manage our stress, and maintain a positive outlook on life. Intellectual wellness is the pursuit of mental growth and stimulation. Developing and improving our intellectual wellness requires us to engage in activities that challenge our mind. This could include learning new skills, reading, or engaging in problem-solving activities. Intellectual wellness fosters our creative side and allows us to stay sharp and focused throughout life. Intellectual wellness is really important in goal attainment when you consider how it promotes our creative and problem-solving abilities. Therefore, when we come across a challenge in life, if our intellectual wellness is well maintained and developed, we're more likely to overcome challenges with ease. The social wellness dimension focuses on the quality of interactions and relationships with other people in your life. It's about building a support network of friends, family, and colleagues who you can rely on and who can rely on you. Strong social connections and the support that brings into our life is incredibly important. Spiritual wellness is about finding meaning and purpose in life. And no, this doesn't necessarily have to be religiously orientated. Spiritual wellness is about finding meaning and purpose in your life. And I think a common misunderstanding here is people link spiritual and religious together, and that's not necessarily the case. Spiritual wellness can indeed be achieved through religious practices, but it can also be achieved through meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in activities that align with your values and beliefs. Spiritual wellness is about connecting with something greater than just yourself and finding a sense of peace and fulfillment in your life. Occupational wellness is about finding satisfaction and fulfillment in work in your life, whether this is a job, volunteering, or any meaningful activity in your life. It's about aligning your work with your passions and core values in life. We spend so much time and effort on the work that we do in our life, and when what we're doing aligns with our values, beliefs, and passions, this gives us a sense of accomplishment and achievement that we can't otherwise get in life. Our careers and our work is capable of being so much more than just a paycheck in our bank account at the end of the month. It can really bring so much happiness into our lives if we align it correctly. Financial wellness is about managing your finances in a way that reduces stress and creates a sense of security for yourself and your family. I know we're all living in a time where finances are probably one of the biggest stresses in most of our lives, but there are steps we can take in order to manage this. It's important to set up a budget and to stick to it. Make informed financial decisions and be very careful of get-rich-quick schemes. If you are struggling with your finances and struggling to come up with a plan to move forward or manage them, I highly recommend either speaking to a financial service provider, or if you can't afford the services of a professional, speak to a trusted family member who can perhaps help you just give a second opinion before you make any investments or financial decisions in your life. Achieving financial wellness is intended to help reduce stress and allow you to plan for the future and live a more comfortable life. Finally, we have environmental wellness, which is about creating a healthy and sustainable living environment for yourself. This really does start in the home. It's important to live in a clean, well-maintained and organized environment. It can be incredibly stressful living in a cluttered and dirty space, let alone the health risks that it can pose for you. This does also include the natural environment and the entire planet. It's important for us to make informed decisions on what we're doing and how it impacts the environment and the planet. We all have our own unique struggles, challenges, and advantages in life, and all of our dimensions are going to look very different for all of us at different stages in our lives. This makes me think of one of my favorite sayings, that we may all be in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. Some of us are on a super yacht, and some of us are in a rubber dinghy paddling for our lives. In the coming weeks, I will be doing more of a deep dive on each of these dimensions and exploring what you can be doing in your life in order to improve your overall wellness. This is a continuous journey. It's important for us to regularly assess and nurture each of these dimensions in our life. As we move through different phases in our lives, our needs and environment around us will change, and we need to adapt and nurture these dimensions accordingly. September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and I'd like to just take a moment to let you know how you can get involved and support this cause and potentially even save a life. Did you know that every 27 seconds, someone in the world is diagnosed with blood cancer or a blood disorder? DKMS is an international non-profit organization that is committed to the fight against blood cancer. By visiting their website, you can register to become a stem cell donor. I know from last year that many people are concerned about the procedure involved in stem cell donation. If you're anything like me and terrified of medical procedures, I'm pleased to tell you that stem cell donation in this manner is a non-invasive procedure. Registering to become a stem cell donor is as simple as registering on the DKMS website. You will then receive a package with a swab, which you use to swab the inside of your mouth and send this back to the organization. If you are found to be a match, you will then go through a medical check, and if all is in order, you are then cleared for donation. The donation process is as simple as a needle in one arm to draw the blood. Your blood is then passed through a machine which draws out peripheral stem cells from your blood. Your blood is then put back into your body through the other arm. It's really as simple as that. The procedure takes about 4 to 5 hours and, as I said, is non-invasive. Individuals between the age of 17 and 55 qualify to register as a stem cell donor. If you're not able to register as a donor, I highly encourage you to visit their website and look for other ways that you can get involved and help raise awareness. If you're interested in registering or finding out more information, all the links for DKMS will be in the description down below. If you'd like to find out more about my specific type of chronic blood cancer, I will put links in the description down below for PV Reporter and the MPN Research Foundation. While I may not need a stem cell transplant at this point in my disease, it may be necessary for me in the future, and I know me and people like me would be eternally grateful to you if you took the time to register as a potential stem cell donor. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, and until I see you next week, remember, your wellness is the first step towards achieving a happier and healthier you. See you all next week.